company that makes the Gripen has told CTV News that 10,000 manufacturing and research jobs could land in Canada if Ottawa adds the Swedish fighter jet to its military fleet.
In Canada, to do their own upgrades, to build parts of it, to do final assembly and tests, we, as Saab, we are prepared to do that technology transfer to Canada and support that build.
A shocking warning from Washington has just rocked North American defense. The U.S. ambassador to Canada is declaring that NORAD itself would need to be fundamentally altered if Canada abandons the F-35 fighter jet program. What's triggering this crisis? Canada is seriously considering Sweden's Gripen jet instead, and the Pentagon is scrambling. This decision could reshape the entire future of continental defense. Stick around because what's happening behind closed doors is even more explosive. So here's what's going on. Canada is now reviewing its planned acquisition of 88 Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II fighters after Swedish defense firm Saab submitted a competitive bid for 72 JS-39 Gripen fighters plus 6 advanced surveillance aircraft. And this isn't just about buying planes. Saab is promising to create up to 12,600 Canadian jobs by setting up production facilities across Ontario and Quebec. Final assembly, maintenance, everything done on Canadian soil. The Swedish company wants to turn Canada into a manufacturing hub for global exports. Canada originally committed to the F-35 back in 2023 in a deal worth around 19 billion Canadian dollars. But the political climate between the US and Canada has deteriorated dramatically, with Trump's administration making controversial statements about Canada becoming America's 51st state and threatening massive tariffs. Here's where it gets explosive. A December poll found that 72% of Canadians support incorporating Sweden's Gripen into Canada's fighter fleet, either fully switching or maintaining a mixed fleet. Why? Cost overruns, delivery delays, and growing reliability concerns with the F-35. Washington's response has been severe. U.S. Ambassador to Canada Pete Hoekstra issued a stark warning. If Canada doesn't move forward with the F-35 purchase, NORAD would have to be altered. That's not diplomatic language, that's a threat. The ambassador's message is clear. Buy our jets or face consequences to this critical alliance that's defended North America since the Cold War. But it's not just about hurt feelings. The concern centers on interoperability and maintaining integrated command structures across the vast northern airspace. The F-35's advanced systems are designed to seamlessly communicate with U.S. military networks. If Canada operates different aircraft, it creates complications in data sharing, coordination, and rapid response capabilities. Yet some experts are pushing back. Retired Lieutenant General Yvon Blondin, once a champion of the F-35, has called for the purchase to be reconsidered, stating that U.S. F-35 support may or may not be there when needed and is not under Canadian control. That's a former top military leader essentially saying you can't trust America with your national defense. The trust between these allies is crumbling before our eyes. Let's talk capabilities. The F-35 is America's fifth-generation stealth fighter, packed with cutting-edge sensors, electronic warfare systems, and radar-evading technology. It's designed for high-intensity combat against advanced adversaries. The Gripen, on the other hand, is classified as a 4.5-generation fighter. It's not stealthy, but it's incredibly versatile and specifically engineered for cost-effectiveness. Here's what makes the Gripen attractive. It's designed to be super affordable operationally, can land on short strips of motorway, and can have its engine changed in just 40 minutes. For a country like Canada with vast Arctic territories and limited defense budgets, operational simplicity matters enormously. Cost is a massive factor. The F-35 program has been plagued by delays and budget overruns for years. Meanwhile, the Gripen offers a lower price tag both for acquisition and for long-term maintenance. Critics point out that F-35s are in for repairs about half the time or even more, creating serious availability concerns. But there's a darker element. The U.S. could potentially degrade allies' F-35s by withholding spare parts, canceling services, and blocking software updates delivered through U.S. cloud-based systems. This isn't speculation, it's documented capability. Canada would be completely dependent on American goodwill for its primary air defense system. That's a sovereignty nightmare. This dispute isn't happening in a vacuum. The timing couldn't be worse for U.S.-Canada relations. Trump's rhetoric about annexing Canada, combined with aggressive tariff threats, has created an unprecedented crisis in the relationship. Canada is now actively looking to reduce its dependence on American defense systems, and this fighter jet decision is ground zero. Canadian Industry Minister Melanie Joly stated that while they can't control President Trump, they can control their defense investments, who they award contracts to, and how they create jobs in Canada. That's a direct rebuke to Washington's pressure campaign. The implications extend far beyond jets. If Canada successfully pivots to Swedish aircraft, it sets a precedent for other American allies. Several European nations are already questioning their F-35 commitments. Denmark has expressed second thoughts over their F-35 order following disputes with the Trump administration over Greenland. For the Arctic, this is particularly critical. Canada and the U.S. share responsibility for defending North America's northern approaches against Russian and potentially Chinese threats. A fractured NORAD weakens both countries. Russia is watching this dispute carefully, likely calculating how allied disunity could be exploited. There's also the NATO angle. Canada's decision could influence how other alliance members view American defense partnerships. If Washington's closest neighbor and ally is backing away, what message does that send to Europe? Canada's review is expected to conclude within weeks, and the decision will shape both the Royal Canadian Air Force's future fleet and the broader trajectory of Canada's relationship with its closest ally. 3 scenarios are on the table. Scenario 1. Canada backs down under U.S. pressure and proceeds with the full 88 F-35 order. This restores the alliance status quo but looks politically weak domestically and does nothing to address cost and reliability concerns. Scenario 2. Canada pursues a mixed fleet approach. They've already committed to 16 F-35s, so they could fulfill that initial contract while acquiring Gripens for the remainder. This satisfies some American demands while giving Canada operational flexibility, but creates logistical nightmares with dual training systems and maintenance chains. Scenario 3. Canada goes all in on the Gripen, canceling the F-35 deal entirely. This would be the boldest move, demonstrating true sovereignty, but potentially triggering serious consequences from Washington. Canadian companies have contracts with the Pentagon that could be revoked if Ottawa pulls out of the F-35 program. Military experts warn that the U.S. could potentially veto alternative fighter deals since jets like the Gripen contain American components such as General Electric engines. Canada can't escape American influence that easily. Whatever Ottawa decides, North American defense will never be the same. This fighter jet standoff represents something bigger than military procurement. It's about sovereignty, trust between allies, and whether smaller nations can maintain independence in defense decisions. As Canada weighs its options, the entire world is watching how America treats its closest friends when they dare to say no. What do you think Canada should do? Drop your opinion in the comments below. If you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more military analysis. More shocking defense news coming soon.